What's going on, everyone? This is Carl the Solutionist, and a solution to fitness. And today I'm going to talk to you about the 5 proven best diet plans for weight loss. So one of the main purposes of this video is to help you feel like you have a variety of different options when trying to come up with a diet plan to help you lose weight. Real quick, I want to give a special shout out to my boy David. This is my cameraman. He's been following my diet plan for about 2.5 months. He's been following my diet plan and he's combining with strength training, and his results are phenomenal. We usually get a workout together on weekends, usually on Saturdays or something like that. Before 2.5 months ago, he wasn't dieting and he was just working out. He wasn't really focused on dieting, but now he's starting to do a diet. He finally listened to me and he started following my diet plan. He lost a whopping 35 pounds in 2.5 months. He started at around 305 pounds and has currently dropped to 270, 271 around there. And as you can see here, he's able to do dips at his body weight, which is very impressive, very inspirational. So shout out to my boy Big Dave for big results and being the very first member of Team Solution. So this goes to the rest of my subscribers. If you have some awesome before and after pictures or stories, please send them to me in my email or something like that. Send them to me so I can shout you out in the video, because you're part of the family. Once you subscribe here, you're part of Team Solution. You're a part of the team. Now I based this list on reviews, studies, personal experience involving me, friends, people I've worked with, family members, the diets that they try that work best for them. So once this video is done, please let me know what you think is the best diet plan, and not just the diet plans that I'm going to mention in this list, diet plans that others may not know about, diets that I may not even know about. And I've said this a million times that I don't claim to know every single little thing about fitness, about nutrition, and I could admit that. I'm open and honest with you guys. No one knows everything about physical fitness and nutrition, despite what other channels may tell you. No one does. Every single day I'm learning something new about this field, and every single day something new is being taught. And once I find out new things or any knowledge that I grab, I'm gonna pass it on to you guys if I know that it works. So subscribe if you appreciate that. Oh my God, get to the video already. All right. Okay, so what are the 5 best diet plans for weight loss? Number 1, let's start with the most common, the low carb diet. The low carb diets can branch out to a lot of different diet plans, but the main essential focus is to have low carbs. So what exactly is low carb dieting? Well, it's pretty self-explanatory. What do you think? Nah. You're obviously eating foods with low carbs. You want to keep your carbs low throughout the day. At the same time, you want to keep your protein high and you want to keep your fat relatively moderate to high. And since you're low carbing, you're using your fat as a fuel source. Now, as you continue using a low carb my New York is coming out. Dieting like this will feel like your stomach is shrinking, so that way you can't fit as much food in there as you're used to, leading you to get much more full at a faster rate. This will in turn lead you to lose your gut. When low carbing, it is suggested to take 30% or lower of calories from carbohydrates. Health-wise, this is really good for your liver and your heart, leading to lower levels of cholesterol and blood pressure. So from personal experience, I know that this diet will work for the majority of people. Number 2, the vegan diet. What is a vegan diet? Vegan diets generally stem from people who are disgusted with the way animals are treated when they're being slaughtered for the consumers, as well as any other health-related issue they think will occur from consuming meat. Also excluded is eggs and other dairy products. Now, a few of my friends have gone on vegan diets, some to test it out and some stuck with it, and they've gotten some pretty good results. And one day I kind of want to make my own vegan diet plan video, but I'm going to save that for another day. This diet is very effective for losing weight without even counting your calories. You're also keeping your fats low and your fiber high. Now, even though there are some vegan psychopaths in the fitness community that make all vegans look bad, don't be negative, don't be negative, don't be negative, be positive, don't be negative.
Continue to eat meat and and dairy, even though they know the impact of their diet choices on the planet, on the animals. They've watched Earthlings, they know all the facts, they've been educated, but they choose to continue eating animal products, whether they actually deserve to continue living. You shouldn't have the choice. You should be forced to be vegan.
Vegan diets have not only assisted in weight loss, but has also been linked to reduce the chances of heart disease, cancer, and type 2 diabetes. Just make sure when starting a vegan diet that you're still getting the essential nutrients that your body needs, because you really restrict yourself a lot, and sometimes vegan diets can be a little expensive, so just a heads up on that. Number 3, the Weight Watchers diet. Now the Weight Watchers diet is pretty much a weight loss program that's considered a lifestyle change. Now, Weight Watchers was founded by a woman in her basement with other housewives that were trying to lose weight, and she discovered that it is easier to lose weight when done in groups, because that way you have a stronger support system. So Weight Watchers diet goes by a point system, and what that means is certain foods, depending on the protein, the carbs, the fats, have a certain amount of points. It's like a calculation. You calculate how much points you're supposed to have based on your weight. So let's say, for an example, based on your weight, you're only allowed to have 30 points a day. Fruits and things like that will probably be like 0 points, where a donut will be like 9 points. And it goes to show you that with donuts, you get satisfied for about 5 or 10 minutes, and you're filling yourself up with sugar and fat that's from the donuts. On the other hand, you have fruits, which are full of fiber. Some fruits that are full of fiber fill you up much more than a donut would. So that's pretty much the idea they're trying to teach you. They also hold group meetings. There's actually probably a meeting going on right now close to your house as we speak. In these group meetings, they have weigh-ins. A counselor comes to speak, and you could talk to your counselor about, physical fitness questions, any questions you have. You get advice depending on the time of these meetings. For example, holidays are coming up, Thanksgiving's right around the corner. They'll give you advice on how to avoid pigging out on Thanksgiving, how to keep your diet going. Obviously on Thanksgiving you're not going to keep a super clean diet, but you can keep it the best you can. So for example, you're sitting at the table, you have your turkey, you got your rice. One of the tips you would have is to eat your plate or whatever, and then once you're done, leave the table, because if you stay at the table and you're talking to your family, that's when you're more tempted to start picking at things. Here, I'm gonna take some more of that, let me get some more of that, let me get a second plate, things, you know what I mean, right? So you have to remember, it's a support system. Those are the things you talk about in these group sessions. You can find Weight Watchers exclusive food at your local grocery store or online store, and on the website you could also talk to other people. It's got supporter forum groups. You could talk to other people about, their diets, questions for them. People that have similar struggles to you, so you can try to find some positive advice. Number 4, the ketogenic diet. Okay, I know what some of you are thinking. The experienced nutritionist that I'm talking to right here. A ketogenic diet is a low carb diet, and you said low carb already. Idiot, you fake, you fraud. Calm down, you jerk off, relax. There is a little difference. Both the ketogenic diet and the low carb diet are both diets that involve lowering your carbs. But ketogenic diets are a little more tough to follow, especially if you're not keeping track of your macros, because you're trying to put your body in a state of ketosis. So like I said earlier, when you're low carbing, you're aiming to take around 30% or lower of calories from your carbs. Whereas on a ketogenic diet, you're aiming to take around 5% or lower. So you can see that there's a major difference when it comes to the carb intake. There could be days where you're taking in 50, 60 grams of carbs. There could be days where you're taking in 30 grams of carbs. This is said to be the most definitive way to force your body to use fat as a fuel source. Protein and fats are usually the same, and the benefits are pretty similar as well. The only downside is prepare to feel moody, down, and tired all the time. In other words, this is the male equivalent to a period. Number 5, intermittent fasting. I get this question a lot. I probably got it around 20 times since I've opened this channel already. Is intermittent fasting a good choice for when it comes to losing weight? And the short answer is yes, it is. What intermittent fasting is it's pretty much not exactly watching what you eat, but it's more like you're having a period of time where you eat and a long period of time where you don't. Some people choose to fast the first 16 hours of the day, and then the last 8 hours is when they're eating. There's also a version where during the day you're having only fruits and vegetables, and at night you have this huge feast. And there's a version where 2 or 3 days you're really restricting your calories. You're having about 400 to 600 calories, and in the next 4 or 5 days you have a normal diet. Now with any version of this fasting diet, it's not during the periods of time that you're about to eat everything you can. It doesn't work like that. It will not work. You're still having a non-junk food normal diet. A study shows that fasting can actually help increase your metabolism and also lower your levels of cholesterol and your blood sugar levels, which isn't always a good thing because people that have to maintain a certain level when it comes to their blood sugar levels work. I really don't prefer doing this diet because I never really believed that I could reach my protein goal all in one or two meals. I do not think my body can absorb it all at that rate. That's my belief. There's a lot of different theories on this. If we have a different belief, that's okay. It should also not be done by women who are pregnant and children to teens. Work. Well, that was my 5 best diet plans that have proven to be successful for most people. I want to emphasize the word most because I say this a lot. Everyone is different. So there's a chance that this diet won't be as effective for you as it would be for your friend or your sister or brother, or maybe it'll affect you better than them. But what is universally known is to make sure that you are training, that you are working out and keeping a relatively clean diet. Whether it's working out in the gym or at home, just get that butt moving. I've done at-home cardio videos. I've done at-home workouts. All you need with the workouts is just 2 dumbbells. I've done videos like that. So take advantage of the videos that I give you because they can definitely help you out if you can't afford to get a gym membership. Well guys, if you learned anything new, if you thought this information was helpful, please do not forget to bench the subscribe button and squat the like button because it helps me out a lot. And once again, this is Carl the Solution saying if you got a problem, I'll help you solve it. Your wishes are done and your best is yet to come.